All right, this is the big story, not just in Tamil Nadu, but nationally as well. I'm now joined by a very special guest, Mr. Karti Chidambaram, as Member of Parliament of the Congress Party. Thank you very much, Mr. Karti Chidambaram, for speaking with us here on Times Now. Just now, in the last half an hour, the Madras High Court has ruled that Mr. Udhayanidhi Stalin, the leader of the opposition in the Tamil Nadu Assembly, who was arrested today by the TVK government, by the Tamil Nadu police, should be released today itself after questioning. Your first reaction to the arrest of Mr. Udhayanidhi Stalin?
This is a completely unnecessary and an unwarranted distraction. The comment and the arrest, in my personal opinion, were both unwarranted. The comment, I mean, I know that anybody who follows Tamil, it was laced in a little bit of a colored humor, and it could have many connotations. That should have definitely been avoided by somebody who's holding a high position as the leader of the opposition. Secondly, this arrest was also an overreaction. I think the act and the reaction both could have been avoided. What we really need to focus is on the issue on hand, which was the Kaveri water sharing arrangement we have with Karnataka and the upcoming budget session in Tamil Nadu tomorrow.
But this whole issue of abusive language had also come to the fore just a few days ago when there were these student protesters at Jantar Mantar who abused the Prime Minister. There were FIRs lodged. The entire opposition, including the Congress Party, had said, what is this? The state is going after young protesters. What's the big deal with abusive language? The TVK is saying the same thing. Abusive language was used for a certain individual, and the law has taken its course.
If abusive language was the problem, there are sections in the law for the aggrieved person to act, but not for the state to act and arrest. If somebody is aggrieved by language used directed at them, they can definitely have recourse to the law, and then they can definitely file a complaint under the relevant section. But then arrest is an overreaction. As I said, I'm not in any way condoning the comments made by the leader of the opposition in Tamil Nadu. I said that was completely unnecessary. It diverts the attention from the issue on hand. And while there is a place for satire and humor in political discourse, it must also be tempered. And it must also be tasteful, and it can't be offensive. I stand by that. But the reaction is also an overreaction. And if you want to, if somebody is being offended by it, I mean, somebody is being aggrieved by it, there are enough provisions in the law to file a case. You don't need to have this theater of, and a spectacle of police action.
The DMK is also making this contention that the timing of the arrest, coming as it did just a day before the budget session of the Tamil Nadu Assembly was beginning tomorrow, and there are a lot of issues that are confronting the government, that the leader of the opposition, Mr. Uddinidi, was picked up and arrested by the state government today, a day before, because they don't want to face him and answer tough questions when the budget session begins tomorrow.
I mean, I don't know the motives or the timing. I mean, I don't know the timing of the comment, and neither do I control the timing of the police action. But anyway, that's all sorted out now. I mean, you just yourself told me that the High Court has said that he should only be questioned and released. You see, I personally am against any kind of arrest for investigation. The arrest for investigation and custody itself is unnecessary until they believe that the person is going to be a threat to anybody else or is going to go and destroy evidence. If the evidence is documentary or evidence is in the form of, say, videography, there is no reason to arrest. You have all the material on hand. Investigate, take a statement, and then prosecute. And after prosecution, if the court finds the person guilty, they will serve the sentence. This pre-trial arrest is something which must be stopped in all counts. Pre-trial arrest is completely unnecessary until and unless the person is a threat, the threat to the physical safety of somebody else, or is a threat to some witness or something like that.
No, there is also this question of, repeatedly there have been derogatory comments made about this individual, Ms. Trisha Krishnan, who's a very popular actor in her own right, and whatever the nature of her relationship is with the Chief Minister, at some point people need to draw the line. And if the state is wanting to enforce that line through this action, then so be it. I mean, we've seen in the past also, recent past, Mr. Anita Radhakrishnan made a crass comment. Then some other person from the DMK made the same crass comment. She is not in political life. The chief minister is. Attack him by all means.
No. The entire discourse of Tamil Nadu's, in Tamil Nadu's political platforms have to improve. This is not something which is just happening now. It's been happening for years and years. This is something which has been consistently happening, where derogatory terms, laced humor with the different meanings have been part of the Tamil Nadu political discourse, and I think it should be avoided. I mean, the Congress party doesn't indulge in it. We don't. It's not our style of communication. And this is a communication style which seems to have come from the pantheon of the Dravidian parties' ethos and the offshoot parties which have come through that ethos. It's not part of the Congress party's lexicon at all.
Just one final word on the larger issue, which is that of the Kaveri waters. It is a Congress government in Karnataka which is refusing to release water which has been authorized by the Water Management Board.
See, the Karnataka government will bat for the interest as it deems fit for Karnataka. Tamil Nadu's elected representatives and governments will bat for what we deem fit is best for Tamil Nadu. There will always be contentious issues between states. There is a mechanism to deal with those contentious issues. There is an agreed formula. And an agreed formula will lead to a ruling by the Kaveri Management Board. If anybody doesn't agree with that ruling, they have other fora to go. Whereas there are institutional mechanisms. These are not things which you do on the side in a corridor. There are institutional mechanisms. Institutional mechanisms will do their role. And if the institutional mechanisms also give you the right to appeal and to review, and whoever is aggrieved or disagrees with the verdict will exercise all the rights which are bestowed upon them.
All right, Mr. Karti Chidambaram, thank you very much for joining us here on Times Now. Thank you. With that, I toss it back to my colleague Hina.
Thank you, Zaka. So that was an exclusive conversation that Zaka Jacob had with Congress MP Karti Chidambaram, and he very categorically mentioned that both the comment as well as arrest was unwarranted and it was avoidable. But let's also, viewers, tell you a little bit about what the FIR mentions. The FIR that has been filed against Udhayanidhi Stalin, after which, remember, he was taken into custody. He, of course, has got some relief from the court side. But let's tell you about the sections that are there in this particular FIR. Section 196 of Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita. This means promoting enmity, disturbing harmony. Then you've got Section 192 of Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, which is about provocation likely to cause some kind of a riot. Section 352 of BNS talks about intentional insult provoking breach of peace. Then you've got Section 79 that's also added in the FIR, insulting a woman's modesty. Then Section 296B, obscene words being used in public. Section 61 of BNS is about criminal conspiracy. And you've got Section 351(2), that's criminal intimidation. Section 4 of TNPHW Act, that's harassment of women. Then you've got Section 67 of IT Act as well, publishing or transmitting obscene content online. So these are some of the charges that are mentioned against Udhayanidhi in the FIR that has been registered. Now, TVK, in fact, has written to NCW as well. And these are the charges that TVK has mentioned in the letter to NCW, where TVK is also seeking action from NCW side. Charge 1, offensive double-meaning remarks have been made by Udhayanidhi Stalin. Vulgar innuendos targeting prominent female figure. They've also mentioned this was prompted by audience chants, normalizes objectification, verbal harassment of women. It degrades decorum of public figures. Now, this is what is mentioned in TVK's letter that TVK has written to NCW so that some action can be taken against Udhayanidhi Stalin. But right now, he's on his way to Thanjavur, viewers. He's got some relief, so he's not getting arrested. He's got station bail, temporary relief there. He'll be questioned, in fact, by the cops for about 2 odd hours.